Lifeguarding isn't all about the whole Baywatch scene or the hot girls in red bikinis that you see on the movies. It is so much more than that. You see, the ocean changes all the time. No beach is ever the same each day. It differs. And in this video, I will show you what we as lifeguards are taught at the Sea and Sand Lifeguarding Organization. The first step when you arrive at the beach, preferably an hour before you start, so at 8 a.m, just stare at the water for around 10 minutes, just to get to know the beach you're working at. Identify the currents. Count how many waves there is in a set. It usually is around about 3 to 4 waves in a set. Once you've manifested these things, move on to your next step. Get into those swimming clothes of yours, and if the water is as icy as in the Western Cape, into your wetsuit and swim the currents, which is getting into the part of the water that has very little or no whitewash. The current is quite easily spotted. It might seem as if it's the calmest part of the water, but once your feet aren't touching the ground, the water grips you and you realize your strength means nothing if you don't have the knowledge to escape a current. The way to escape a current is to first of all, don't panic. As soon as you panic, you use more than half of your energy. Secondly, search for the part where the most of all the waves break, because what mostly happens to a current, if it is a short beach, the current will pull you in, but as the current gets deeper, it loses strength, which makes it easier to swim to the left or the right to where the waves are. Once you've finished swimming the currents, know where your equipment is, such as your first aid kit, the notice board, the flags, and the 2 torpedo buoys. Plant flags where you think the safest swimming area is, which is between the 2 currents you've just established. You will find a thermometer in your first aid kit to measure the water temperature. You will also find in your first aid kit a little booklet which you have to fill in twice daily, at 9 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, where you will write your high tides, low tides, your public attendance of the beach, and the weather and water conditions, and the water temperature, and if there are any saves or injuries of that day. After that, you'll need to fill in the notice board. This is what informs the people that come to the beach what time is high tide and what time is low tide, and what is the safest swimming time and what is the water temperature. This video only includes the daily duties of a lifeguard. The real show starts when someone is actually caught in a current. As they say, lifeguarding is 99% boredom on the beach and 1% panic. But when that panic strikes, you should know how to be on autopilot when your adrenaline kicks in.